The devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like the warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. Two words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back?
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To Barkley on the check down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
26. 46. 26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. David Irving in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Here's Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A second down throw for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Here you go.
A first down carry by Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
What part they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sean Lee. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. This is Shepard on the catch. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. How fun will it be to watch Barkley and Elliott go at it twice a year? Here's first and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's hauled in by Shepard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Elliott. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now let's go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Let's go.
He's going to get it running right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Here's Barkley. And it's a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates creases for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Final play of the half. Prescott going deep here for Allen. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott now on second down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 1-8. Here you go. Here we go, 46, 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Hey, watch number 5,
Here's a give to Barkley. Spinning away. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Barkley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Saquon Barkley. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, The guys who just gave up that play.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Set, 319. 319.
They'll run with Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go to Barkley again. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Barkley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
This is Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they will take a knee here. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they take a knee. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie getting in there to break it up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go, 46. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Tight end right.
Prescott from the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And a short gain here down to the 22. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
4 down, check. No, check. Patriots. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
On the run, it's Barkley, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
4 down, check. 4 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as